the title that I have broken my book buying ban. I promised myself I would not buy any more books until August or September, and you know that obviously didn't work out. Well, this book haul is nowhere near as bad as last month's, April's. It's still, I shouldn't have done this, but at the same time, I regret nothing. So, the first book in my book haul I don't have currently. It is The City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, and it is the final book in the Mortal Instruments series. And the reason why I ended up getting that is because I found out that Cassandra Clare is doing a book signing in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and Wellesley is only like a half-hour drive for me, if that. And how could I not go to that? How could I not? And it's a ticket event, and apparently a copy of City of Heavenly Fire comes with that ticket. You pay for the book still, but signed book! The next few books happen when I accidentally wandered into Barnes & Noble. My astronomy class, after our final exam, went to Chili's, chilled out and had dinner together. And our Barnes & Noble is right next to the Chili's we went to. And yeah, I found my way into the young adult section, and yeah, I started picking out all sorts of titles. Thankfully, I limited myself. I really did limit myself. The first book I got was Expiration Day by William Campbell Powell. And this book caught my eye last month when I was wandering Barnes & Noble in April, and I resisted the urge to buy it. I just read the synopsis, and it sounded really interesting, and the cover looked pretty cool. And I resisted the urge to get it, but when I went in that night, I had to get it. It was still on the shelf. It looked like no one had touched these copies, and it called to me. It called to me, guys. The next book, I've been hearing people talk about it on BookTube, and it looked pretty interesting. I'm not really huge in contemporary stuff, but this book actually caught my interest just hearing a vague idea of what it was about. And I saw it on the bookshelf at Barnes & Noble, and I figured, why not give it a shot? Try something a little different, expand my horizons a bit. So I ended up getting To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. The next book I got, I also heard about on BookTube, and I thought it sounded interesting, and that is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. The next book that I got from Barnes & Noble is Scorched by Mari Mancusi. I think I am pronouncing that last name wrong. But what first drew my eye is, look at that cover, guys. Look at that cover. I found it really eye-catching, and there's a dragon on it. There's a dragon on it. I love dragons, and it had to be mine. It needed to be in my life. Now, after those books, I was determined not to buy any more books this month. I was gonna draw the line and say, no more books this month. The book buying ban is back. No more. And, next day at work, we have a small bookshelf at work where we get all sorts of cool things. And I'm in the habit of walking down that specific aisle with the bookshelf, just, to see what's going on, what we have in and everything. And yeah, I found Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. Now, the night before I saw this at Barnes & Noble, there was like a shipper display, and it was on the bookshelves, and it looked really cool, because look how pretty the cover is, and it's about mermaids, and I also love mermaids, and it's like, why would I not want this book in my life? But at Barnes & Noble, I had so many books in my pile, I decided no. But when I saw this at work, I caved in, and I quickly grabbed it before my shift started, bought it, and ran upstairs with it before I could chicken out. So yeah, here are almost all of my awesome books for the month of May. And the book buying ban is for real back in session, and I'm definitely pushing it to September now. Unless I finish all these books on my bookshelf before September and actually have money I'm not buying any more books. So I guess it's not a complete book buying ban, but it's limiting myself unless I magically finish all these like 50 plus unread books on my bookshelf by September. I'm not buying any more books until then. That's it for this book haul, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. See ya!